What's going on? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. What's really good? Crazy week in the Afrobeat space in Nigeria. We'll get to that shortly. It's another Monday. Welcome. Thank you guys for giving us your listening ear. Shout out to you and yours for rocking with us. Before we get into today's episode, like clockwork, I need you guys to please rate and review the podcast and engage with us. It helps us grow, it helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, just leave that 5-star rating and comment. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, given the current climate of how things are in Nigerian music space, and one of the root causes of the problem, I think we'll be discussing navigating record deals. We've also got that Juls Palmwine Diaries EP on deck. And as usual, new songs, spotlight of the week, eliminate turntable chats, and all that other good stuff. What's good, my G? What's good?
Yo, what up, man? What up? How you doing, man?
I did, man. How far now?
No, man, can't complain. It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Sad week, we put it, but yeah. It's been some good music, some not so great music. There's been a whole lot of controversy, and yeah, we'll jump into all of that. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Almost the same thing as yours. The news hit everybody. Kind of sad. So that kind of like just dictated the remaining of the week for everybody. But yeah, I guess we all live, we all learn. Anyways, let's go into fan mail. This week we have a mail from Sharon Adeniji, and it goes, "This is Afrobeats Weekly, so I'm not sure if y'all will touch the Nigerian hip-hop conversation that trended on Twitter, BX, this week, or avoid it altogether. Don't worry, I'm not asking for your list. My question is a little different. Who had the best verse on Crown?" I only ask because AQ won lyricist on the roll for 2019 for his verse on Crown, a song in which I think Ghost had the better verse. People use the number of times AQ won lyricist on the roll as points in his favor in the conversation this week, and honestly, I looked at those tweets with a side eye. I know you all are hip-hop heads, so don't give me any PC response, please. Anyways, here's an easy 5 for y'all. Top 5 rap songs and top 5 verses. Anyway, let me quickly give my own thoughts on this because I know Shayo has thoughts. She's always excited about this kind of topic.
Yo. Oh.
All right. Anyway, my non-PC version is that the only list I think AQ can be higher than Neto, is a list based on just lyricism alone. That means just lyrics, nothing else. We're not talking delivery, we're not talking flow. Like, who can put words together, and give you that like stank face. I think AQ wins that, but being a good rapper is more than just lyricism. You have to bring all these things together, your flows, your lyrics, your delivery, the beats you pick. These are the things that make you a complete package. And it's not by the amount of lyricists on the roll awards or by the number of albums you put out that makes you impactful. I think it's how people resonate with your music. You have to be authentic, you have to be original. I think an impactful rapper has to have the ability to connect with the audience emotionally and culturally. And it is clear that Neto C's music has and had that effect. So that's my non-PC answer. I don't know if Shayo has his non-PC answer ready.
Yeah, man, I'm on you with that, given the fact that it was such a weird argument. Yes, I agreed with the SDC part. I feel like SDC is high on the list. That most people, you don't even understand how high on the list they are. But yes, they're high on the list. I think they're better than Neto. That's just me, personally. But the AQ one was kind of funny. I understand that they say, AQ's still the one pushing, Nigerian rap forward. I understand our arguments. But like you mentioned, rap is more than just lyricism. Because if it was just by lyricism, Papoose would be the greatest rapper in the world.
True
Like
that.
that's what we would be saying. We would be saying Papoose is the greatest. Or I don't know. I don't know who else we would be calling
Yeah.
on that list. But it's more than that. Um, and it'll give us hits for years. Give us amazing features. You know, Yes Boss was the saying for a couple of years.
Yep.
And so based off of that, yes, is no, we can't do that. However, I have my own top 5 MCs, top 5 rappers. And I would talk about that on my top 5. So that's as easy as it is. And yes, back to the Crown
Yes, there's
song
some Crown.
goes by far at the best verse.
Yeah.
By far. Yes. He even went first, and that was even like, you know, because they
Exactly.
always say don't go first. If you go first, you know, he went first and he murked everybody. So
You could
That's
tell
why
that was
he's
like, man, I'm
ahead.
going first. I'm about to kill everybody. The way he delivered that verse, yeah.
as in whatever you guys do after you hear my verse, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna murk everybody, and he did that. So
True that. Yeah. Did we give you a non-PC answer? I don't think so. Again, we're talking about rap and being impactful in generally in Nigeria. You can't, there's no metric that AQ is higher on the list than people need to see, man. None at all. Anyways, you guys can also send us messages at fanmail at
except lyricism,
afrobeats.com.
that's what you said.
That's fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. Kicking off with some news this week, and we've got Mohbad Dead at 27. Yeah, it was real sad. Definition of a shocking death, if there was one for me. Mohbad was extremely talented, so young. His music gave a lot of people joy. I really loved his music. You know, there was something authentic about the way he sang, and we had nothing but high praises for him on this show. You know, we reviewed his EP Blessed earlier this year, so it's kind of painful to talk about him in past tense now and what could have been and all the clusterfuck around the death. Is just so annoying, and I delve deep into all these conspiracy theories that it just became more annoying for me. I don't even like thinking about it. It's just sad stuff, man. Rest in peace, Mohbad, man. I don't even know what to say.
Yo, I mean, yeah, like you said, it was totally shocking. As we said, also in the pod, we loved the album, the EP, whatever you want to call it, and we we said like this was one of the best music out this year, and it just feels like, man, it almost feels like what could have been Starr, because literally we felt like he would have been a star.
Yeah.
Like his music was just that good. Excellent music on the EP, and it just feels like he was up next, and it just feels like now it's even worse because of everything you just be reading on Twitter and IG. I think that's even what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because it's like now everybody's jumping up with, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. And I'm not even letting to you, I'm not reading any single thing. Like once I just see it on my feed, I just close it. Like I'm not reading anything. I don't care. I don't know. Like none of that's gonna help right now.
Yeah.
And it's not helping anybody. But I don't know. Everybody wants to be a CNN reporter right now. So, and yeah, I'm not messing with that. It's happened. It's been sad. Yes, we know. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. So I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Yeah, sad stuff. Once again, man, RIP Mohbad. Let's just move on to the next news, man. Rema's Countdown winning Best Afrobeats at 2023 VMAs. In our usual Rema sighting and the song that keeps giving, Countdown has won Rema and Selena Gomez another award, and it's the VMAs for Best Afrobeat Song. Asake, Davido, Burna Boy, Starr, Bianca, and Wizkid they were all in contention to win this award, but calm down. Calm down said no. So calm down. Best Afrobeats award for the 2023 VMAs. I wonder who's gonna bag it next. From Rema sighting to Tems sighting, Tems making the list on the Times 100 Next list. Tems that has made the Times 100 Next list, which celebrates 100 young individuals around the world who are making reputable feats and shaping the future across health, climate, business, sports, the arts, and more. On the 2023 list, Tems features alongside American producer Metro Boomin and 2023's breakout rap sensation Ice Spice as part of Tems' appearance on the list. American Grammy Award winner and Oscar nominee Mary J. Blige wrote a profile in which she describes Tems as unique and original. Shout out Tems, man. Shout out Tems.
First it was Kendrick with the interview. Now MJB with the profile. Yo, man. Yo. Big ups.
Album loading.
We hope.
So with everything that's happening, we just want to, like Show said earlier, nobody knows what happened and this, that, and the other, and everybody wants to become a CNN, reporter. We just want to kind of shed light on how to navigate record deals, because this is one of the root causes of whatever it is that's happening now. So I feel like in navigating a record deal, first of all, just know the record label is not doing you any favor, and they are not giving you free money. Any money they give you, you are going to pay you back. So the first thing you want to do is get a lawyer, not a record label lawyer, a different lawyer from the one of the record a different lawyer from the record label's lawyer. Someone who's experienced in entertainment law, because you are going to be seeing confusing terms, ancillary rights, indemnity, net gross, this, that. You need a lawyer that will help you check and clarify all these things. Another thing you need to get done is your contract length. This is very important. I see people signing 10 years, and by year 2, they're already fighting the label. Under no circumstances should you sign a 10-year deal. Like, what are you thinking? No 10-year deal. Keep it to the extra minimum if you can. One other factor I think is important is ownership and rights. Let's be clear on this. Once you sign to a label, 90% of the time they own your masters, publishing, etc. Mace is just getting his master's back, he's publishing back from Puff Daddy. So you know how long that is. What you need to look out for is the period in which you get your stuff back. If you don't want anybody holding your masters, publishing and stuff like that, you need to stay independent. Or you need to build enough clout to be able to negotiate, your publishing and all this other stuff. The list of what to look out for is endless. Like, you can just go and read about it. But I believe if a record label comes to sign you, that means they've seen something in you that they think can make them money. So that means you're already on the right track, and it means you have some form of leverage. So be patient, don't be desperate. Know that there's no fair deal. You have to compromise some things. Keep whatever contract length to the minimum possible amount of years, and most importantly, fulfill your own contractual obligations, man. I feel like those are the basic things you need to do. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yo, you're saying this in the form of, like, if it was a fair, how would I put it? If it was a fair field, like a fair playing field. So I'm thinking about it. I'm saying, look, these people that are signing these contracts are coming straight out from poverty. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we're talking about boys in the towns of Ikorodu that are just trying to get out. They've been hustling. They've been doing things. We're talking about kids that, like, are from different states, and, like, exactly, like, we're talking about people that are like, yo, man, they don't know where the next meal is coming from. They're just trying to get out. Like, everybody's trying to get out. Everybody's literally head below water. It's not big. And these people, someone's just coming out and say, hey, look, I will drag you out, and I'm going to give you this deal. I'm going to give you this amount of money. Like, I'm going to save your, basically, I'm going to save your life. There's no how these people are signing those deals. I don't care about what anybody's saying. I don't care about even if they find if they find a lawyer. They're signing these deals. So let's just forget about everything because everybody's signing the deal. If I was that poor, I'm signing the deal.
You're signing the deal, yeah, I get it.
So let's forget about all this. It's gonna happen. So now the problem is, after you sign the deal, what's the way forward? Do you always have to see out the deal, or do you? That's when it gets into, that's when I think, there has to be like a set of entertainment lawyers that work for helping artists improve the deals or improve the shitty deals that they signed to begin with. Because that's what I feel. I feel like, hey, look, because one, those guys signed those deals and they didn't have lawyers because they couldn't afford lawyers because they were dead broke.
True that.
So if they signed those deals without lawyers, without people explaining to them, that deal is null and void.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that has to be like something that people are going to do moving forward. Is like, hey, look, the industry is going to say, hey, look, these people are signing shitty deals because they do not understand. Okay, so I feel like the problem is, it's not even that, they're going to sign these deals. They're all going to sign the deals. My thing is, they're going to sign these deals without lawyers because they can't afford these lawyers. So they're going to use the label's lawyers. And if they're using the label's lawyers, that contract itself should be null and void, right? Because nobody's vetting for them, nobody's, checking for them, no one's helping them. And since they can't afford it, since they can't afford an outside lawyer, they're going to use the label's lawyer. And so my thing is, when they do now can't afford and they have money, the industry should give it to them. Like, there should be a loophole in the industry that, look, these people signed these deals when they didn't have money, when they didn't have their own lawyers. And so we can review this whole contract maybe 2 years in. Now they can afford a lawyer. Now they can afford an outside lawyer. Maybe they made some money. And so now we can check this deal over again and say, hey, look, does this align with what you want to do? Are you trying to sign with them for 10 years? Is it 5 years you want? Is it that you want your masters with them? You want your publishing? Like, it has to work because nothing's gonna help these people because everybody's signing these deals. So yeah. And the fact that we're too broke, we can't help you. We just have to help them somehow. The industry itself has to come together and say, hey, look, this is how we're going to structure this thing so that when people, because they couldn't read or they didn't understand, that we can check it back in like maybe 2 years or 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, I get it. But you also have to look at it from the point of view of these guys that want to sign them, and you and I know that these guys are, for lack of a better word, the fraud boys, or the boys that just send money somewhere and want to just basically, look for like a get rich scheme real quick. Like, I put money into this artist in 2 years, I want my money back. So that's why sometimes it's always hard for them to let these artists go when they blow. So it's just like you said. I feel like the point you made is very valid in terms of like the industry has to have like a standard. Or if you don't sign without a lawyer, this deal is null and void, and this person can resign. If you can go that route, then I think it would be a good way to help both parties involved. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense because that should be the industry standard. I was able to sign this deal with an outside lawyer, like someone who studied entertainment law, that was not the label's lawyer. So the label didn't give me this lawyer. Maybe even the industry can even have like, pro bono lawyers, I don't know. But, things of that nature where they, I need to sign this deal, they go to the industry, whatever. But then again, it could be that's why I'm saying this whole thing, because I'm saying that, look, no matter what, these people are signing these deals. Imagine I go to the pro bono lawyer and the pro bono lawyer tells me, "Hey man, you shouldn't sign this deal, man, because this guy's gonna hold your neck for
Yeah, okay.
7 years or something like that." And you like not eating. Like I don't care if he holds my neck. I just want to
Like,
get out the hood,
that's why buy me Benz, I beg.
bro. I just want to get out the hood. Yeah. So it's like, what? Man, there's no winning in this shit. Man. There's no winning.
Yeah, really no winning, man. Really no winning. But again, I think before you sign, shine your eyes. Don't be too desperate. And again, if you can, the minimum amount of years is what you should sign. Again, if you can, be patient. Don't be desperate. Keep your contract length to the minimum amount of possible years. There's no winning. Regular labels won't win. You won't win. And if you can stay independent, stay independent and push from there. Anyways, let's move on to the new songs and albums we jam this week. We have Rhythm and Blues by Ayra Starr. This one was produced by a guy called Spark, not to be confused with Sparks. What else can we say about Ayra Starr other than she sabi the work? I like this one straight up. I'm adding it to my playlist. What say you?
Yo man, standard dope song. Ayra Starr, top female artist. Top female artist, such as won her award that they didn't give her live on the Eddies, but still she has come through with a new single that I think is a really good song. As always, checking out for Ayra Starr. She hasn't let me down yet, so we keep going, we keep rocking.
Yes, sir. We keep rocking. She hasn't let us down yet. Let's move on to MC Oluomo by Odumodu. Not sure how I feel about this one. Name and cover art aside, because I've seen a lot of controversy on that stuff. I don't support it, but art is art. I just feel like it's a formula I'm kind of tired of. The drill and I don't know. I'm not really feeling this one, so it's a skip for me. I don't know how you feel about this one.
So Odumodu Black. So I get that sometimes you try and use controversy to sell.
Yeah,
I get it always. It's what art is. Like,
yeah,
you can use people use shocking rap,
exactly.
shock arts.
Yeah.
It's all cool and it's all great and good. Yes. But now you can't be, the word I'm trying to say is like, you can't be oblivious when you get that shock back and then you try to like defend your art.
Exactly.
Yo, my G, you knew what you were doing.
Spot on.
You absolutely knew what you were doing with the shock app. And I feel like you should just that's my own thing about it is this. My own thing is about this that you could have just shut the fuck up. You could have said nothing because you know what you were doing from the jump.
From the beginning, yeah.
You can't now come and now start like, belittling people when you knew you were trying to be controversial to begin with. And now coming back and say, nah, man, y'all listening to the American and talk about this and that.
Exactly.
Yes, there are Black Americans that listen to some of these things and they get offended by it as well. There are Colombians that do not like things by Pablo Escobar. They don't fucking like it. Even if Black Americans are using it, Black Americans have not been affected by Pablo Escobar. They don't know that. They don't know, like, what are you, that made no sense. I was like, because Pablo Escobar has not affected those people personally, so they don't care about that they're using his name.
Yeah.
So if you now come out and people that are personally offended by this guy and using his name, people are gonna be offended. It's how this controversy works.
Exactly.
And you use that, and now you're coming back and now saying that, hey, no man, you people rock with those songs. And now, man, come on, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That being said,
yes,
what he said the song stands for, of course, that's from his own pocket. That's from his own pocket. But yeah, I feel like, production wise, the song was pretty dope. Like, production wise, the song was pretty dope.
Yeah.
He's using the same style that we we like him for. We can't fault that. But like I said, you know what the song was about. You did the controversy route, and it blew up in your face. Now just sing to your own tune, man. Just sing to your own tune. So that's my take on it.
Oluomo. I'm like, oh, no. Me, I'm tired of this one. Anyways, let's move on to Shayo Galore by Wavy, the creator, SGawd, and Arieenati. I like this one. It has like a bounce and a bop to it. It's like, rap meets house and electronica. It's different, but I totally fucks with it. Shayo Galore. What say you?
I didn't know what the song was about, man. Like I couldn't get, because first of all, when you go on Apple Music, it's under Amapiano, so automatically my mind was switched on Amapiano, and I was just like, this ain't got no fucking Amapiano to it. So I think that was the first thing that like threw me off. But yeah, still, like I just couldn't rock with the song. Like it feels like a dance song.
Yeah,
and somewhere in between there, I'm not really dancing.
Yeah,
I'm not really dancing. So, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
All right, with Show sitting that out, let's see what it says about the new album, Palmwine Diaries. That's what we are getting into on our album review this week. At first, I saw Palmwine Diaries, and I was like, "Why is Juls Palmwine SDC?" And then it just hit me. This is the guy that is the originator of the sound. He was the one that produced SDC's first Palmwine song, in quotes, and that's Feel Alright by SDC. That means he set the template for what Sparks did and what Sparks is doing for SDC series. And you can kind of hear it on this EP, 6 songs in total: R2B, Sarkodie, Pure Arkan, Soul, Black Thought from the Roots, and a couple of other guys. Of course, the production is super solid. It's Juls, what do you expect? You get that Palmwine theme from start to finish. Even if you don't understand some of the languages these guys were, speaking and singing about, there's this certain vibe you get from the song. Solid EP, well curated, I think, for me. First track, unfortunately, that's my fave. On that last track, I was just waiting to hear Ghost and Tech featuring Caveman or B.O.G. And I kind of feel like in volume 2, we'll focus maybe proper on Nigerian acts. Maybe just me, but this is a solid EP for me. It ticks all my EP checks. So yeah, nice one from Juls.
Yeah. So I kind of was thinking about so when I saw Palmwine Diaries, I was like, is this like because I don't know, like, do you feel like this is will this be a controversial thing with SDC? Because that's, no matter what, like, it's their tag now.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
Okay, so that was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, will this be a problem, or is it like, since we started this sound together, we're cool, with me flipping the sound. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought about. Second thing, yes, you said so. Like, I think it's really cool. Like, you can just vibe with it. First thing that blew my mind was like all Black Thought on it. It's like,
true that.
You know me. Black Thought is my favorite rapper of all time. So
that's automatically a fight for you.
The song, yo, I was blown away by that. So that was a dope feature. that was a dope feature for me already. I was like, hey, okay. Unfortunately, yes. But I think actually Something Small is my favorite song. I think Something Small, yes. I think Something Small is my favorite song on the EP. I didn't understand a word, but yes, I vibed with it. And this is exactly what it'd be like for, like, when white people just be listening to Afrobeats and they be loving it. I felt really white right there. But yes, I caught the vibe. But yes, that's pretty much it for me.
I got the vibe too, the Palmwine vibes. So, like I said, I just feel like there's going to be like one featuring like Nigerians where we can. I'm not saying these other people don't make music, but where we can feel the Nigerianness in the Palmwine Diaries. So again, solid EP from Juls, man. You guys check it out. From Juls, we are moving on to the spotlight of the week. and it is an artist called Ayra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but it is Amaeya. The name of the song is called On My Own. It is produced by Deya Soul. The girl has a lovely voice. This is a very lovely song. I'm really hoping to hear more of her in the nearest future because she's talented. You know, I listen to her and I'm like, oh, this is talent right here. So you guys should check out the song On My Own by Ayra. That's it this week on the Spotlight. With that, let's move to another where. Let's go to the turntable chats. And it's looking different a bit. So let's just kick off with number 10, Climbing Up, Oba Pluto by Shali Poppy. Number 9, Coming Down, Ogaranya by Adekunle Gold. Sharply by Young John is climbing up again to number 8. Big 7 by Burna Boy is coming down. Giza by Burna Boy featuring Shayo Vibes is coming down to number 6. Reason by Omale is at number 5. Annabella by Cade is at number 4. Climbing up a couple of spots, we have Ngozi, Crayon, and Ayra Starr. City Boys at number 2. Burna Boy, and you guessed right, Ashake is Lonely at the Top again with Lonely at the Top. Yeah.
The list hasn't changed, man. The list really hasn't changed.
Really hasn't changed. So from there, my 5 this week, I wanted to do a Mohbad, tribute again. So I just want you guys to go and listen to the Does Controversy Hurt an Artist episode where we reviewed his Blessed EP, and the 5 then was Mohbad, 5 Mohbad songs that was really, really into. So you guys should check out that episode. It's called Does Controversy Hurt an Artist? Again, rest in peace, Mohbad. Talented young man, gone too soon. Over to you for your 5s.
Yo, so my 5 is kind of, responding to our fan mail of the week. Yeah. So basically, I'm just talking about my top 5 Nigerian MCs. And this is based off lyricism, dopeness, whatever you want to call it, whatever metrics you want to put it in it. But I just want to say, if there's a microphone in the room, I expect that these people would burn it up. So my 5 is at number 1, Ghosts. I've said this a million times. I don't know. Yeah. There's no other way to say it. But Ghost is the dopest Nigerian rapper of all time. Yeah. That's it.
I feel you on
at
that.
Number 2, I have MI. I have MI at number 2. You can think, MI had the corny phase where he was doing all that, but I think that was just, straight off just to make sure that how would you put it? He was a crossover artist, but make no mistakes, MI is number 2. At number 3, I have Mode 9.
Okay.
You want to, I don't know, Mode 9 probably has like 52 albums by now, but still, lyricism on point, raps on point. He's been doing this for so many years. I would say like Mode 9 has been rapping since the 90s.
Yeah.
But yes, he's been doing it for so many years that he hasn't lost his footing. So Mode 9 would be at number 3 for me. At number 4, if you visited Unilag back in the days, Tiro Simons was dope then. He's dope now. For so long, he's been, how would I put it? His pen is sharp. His freestyles were sharp then. Bars wise, he's dope. He stays on beats. So I have him at number 4.
I say stays on beats. Is that his song?
No, I'm just saying like he stays on beats. I'm just saying that.
All right. I know what's
At number 5, I have Tech. Like I said, no matter what you want to call it, SGC on 1 to 5. I don't care whatever list it is. It was top rappers, top MCs, top whatever you want to call it. SGC will be, and that's Tech and Ghost will be in 1 to 5. I don't care where you want to put them. They can be 1, 2, they can be 1, 3, they can, whatever. However you want
So
to
you
arrange it.
know the question
Yeah,
everybody's
could be a
going to
number.
ask. You know the question everybody's going to ask you now. Where is Olamide on your list?
Where's Olamide on my list?
Yeah.
Olamide would probably be sitting at number. First of all, you should be asking where's Reminisce on my list. Reminisce is sitting at number 7 for me.
Okay.
I rate Reminisce higher than Olamide.
Right on Olamide. For real?
Yeah. Remy be spitting. Rem be spitting. So Remy is number 7. I think Poet. I'll put Vector at number 6.
Okay.
I'll put Poet number 8. I might put Badu at number 9.
Where's AQ on your list?
So
I know I'm asking you this, but they might not know where is AK on your list.
they give me number 10. Hey, how's that?
Okay, all right.
That's nice.
That's it. That's unfair. That's unfair. All right, that's shows 5. Let's move on to Eliminate, and we are celebrating Juls, baby. Juls production. Let's start with Feel Alright by SDC and Radio by Nonso Amadi doing battle. What say you?
Put one hand in the air. One hand to feel alright.
The originator.
And I'm feeling too. The originator, man. The one that started it, that made this thing stretch out for, I want to say 10 or 11 years. The sound stretch out for 10 or 11 years. He created this behemoth of a movement that has not stopped.
Yeah.
And has increased the lifespan of two of Nigeria's greatest rappers to astronomical form. So yes, I would put it at
deserve.
All right.
All right. Let's do Battle of Mr. Easy's Anointing. They give me anointing, and you make my skin tight. 2 Mr. Easy songs, 1 Juls production. What say you?
Nothing's touching skin tight. I say it right now. Nothing's touching.
Right, he said it. Nothing is touching skin tight. Let's do a Battle of the Burners. Rock Your Body and a very underrated Burner song, Guan.
Tell me what's the Rock Your Body, please.
Rock Your Body makes it to the next round. Let us do one of, I think, 2020's best song, one of Wande Cole's best song to me. Saw by Wande Cole, and I Surrender by Mr. Easy featuring Simi. What say you? Samisa makes it to the next round. So we have Feel Alright by SDC and Rock Your Body by Burna Boy doing battle at the semis. What say you?
Rock your body. Rock your body.
SDC Feel Alright. I would have picked that, but Rock Your Body makes it to the next round for sure. So we have Somiso by Wande Cole and Nothing Is Touching Skin Tight by Easy. Let's find out if anything is touching skin tight now. What say you?
Your body like skin tight. Yo, bro. That song had us on chokehold, like strangling out. Nobody could say anything but that song, man. Bro, come on.
Right.
Let's be serious.
I feel like with that, we already know what you're going to choose between Skin Tight by Mr. Easy and Rock Your Body by Burna. What song makes it to the final? Right.
Skin tight, yo, with our girl FR. Yo, bro, that was the jam.
That was the jam. I'm not even going to lie. It felt like that was the sound that defined that era, that year when the song came out. Man. So I'm not even mad at it. Skin Tight is the Juls #1 production for show this week. And with that, we've come to the end of another great episode. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode drops every Monday. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Please leave us comments, suggestions, and send in music to fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram on AfrobeatsPod. Catch you next episode. Peace out.